WMCD TV and Kitchen Corner Studios present Morning Meeting with Mr. Mailbox and Mrs. McDonald.
Thanks, Mr. Mark. I'm so happy to be talking to you again after being apart last week during spring break. It's good to know that you are listening to me and that we're connecting again. I want to start, just like I started last week, with a few reminders, and these are things that I want you to remember to do every day. The first thing says, read aloud to an adult at least 5 days a week. Practice fluency, try to sound out tricky words, and remember to use all the strategies we've learned. Remember, read like you talk. The second reminder that I want to talk about with you says to practice neat handwriting every day. Each time you write a sentence, check it to make sure that you remembered to begin it with a capital letter and end it with a punctuation mark. The third reminder that I want to talk to you about this afternoon or this morning is that I want you to practice all of your subtraction math facts at least 5 days a week. Use Flash to Pass, Level 2 and Level 3 to practice them. All right, so this week you have a new spelling list, and your new spelling list is made up of words with the little long U sound in them. And the long U sound in your spelling words this week is spelled with the letters U and E. U and E can come together to represent the sound of the long U, which sounds like you. So if you take the letter C and you put it in front of the letters U and E, you have the word K, U, Q. The word cue means to give someone a signal. So if you give someone a cue, like when you say lights, camera, action, that's a cue that tells an actor or an actress to start acting. So if I take away the letter C, let's see if I can find another spelling word. Here's a spelling word that you might not be familiar with, and this is the spelling word hue. A hue is a word that describes a shade of a color. So if you were going to make something the color blue, there's several different shades of blue. You could use light blue, dark blue, baby blue, turquoise blue, aqua blue, blue-green, and all of those different kinds of the word of the color blue, those are all hues of the color blue. If you put the letter D, the consonant letter D, in front of the UE combination, you get the word do. And this word do means I have library books that are due. It's like a time that something has to be returned or a deadline for doing something. There's a color word that has the letters B and L at the beginning, along with the letters UE, and that is the color word blue. Very good. If you said that before me, that is the word blue. Then you can also take those letters away and you can add a T and an R to the beginning, to the vowel pair UE, and you have the word true. True, like true is the opposite of false, or true can mean something that is real, is true. You can take away the T and the R, and you can add the vowel letter G, the consonant letter G and the consonant letter L, and you will have the word glue. I may not have included all of your spelling words this week, but I did want to go over a few words with you that have the vowel pair UE in them that stand for the long U sound. So I'm going to return my magnetic letters back to the bottom of my easel, and I want to move on now to a review of something that we talked about before we had to say goodbye to each other, and that is this word. I'm going to write it on the board, and I want you to try to read it as I write it. All right, if you said antonym, you are correct. This word is antonym. Now, before spring break, we had a morning meeting with Mr. Mailbox, and when we had that morning meeting, we talked about synonyms. If you remember, synonyms are words that sound or that have the same meaning, correct? Yes, they're similar or they have the same meaning. Antonyms are not like synonyms. Antonyms are different than synonyms because antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. And the best way to define the word opposite is just to think to yourself, these are two words that are as different as two words could get. So let me show you some examples, and we'll do a little practice with antonyms together. So on my little cards, I have some words. I want you to read these with me. We have the word above. We have the word open. We have the word cold, little, push, and the word off. Now let's see if we can find an antonym, an opposite, to go along with each of the words that I've just put on the board. I'll put all of our selections down here. We have the word closed. We have hot. We have big. Below. Pull. And the word on. So let's start with above. If I were to ask you to find the antonym or opposite of the word above, and you had to choose from the following words, which one would you choose? Good, very good. That's the one I chose too. Below is the opposite of above. They are as different as two words can be. All right, let's move on to the next one. This word is open. So let's look back at the bottom. We have closed, hot, big, on, and pull. I think I've already heard a couple people already say the answer. You are correct. The opposite of open is closed. Those two words are as different as two words can get. Very good. You're doing a great job so far. So our next word is cold. We're looking for an opposite of the word cold. I already know about 4 or 5 people are thinking the answers already. You might even be saying it out loud. If you said hot, you are correct. Very good. The opposite of cold is hot. They are as different as those two words can be. All right, so we're moving on down to the word little, and we've got pull, big, and on. If you said that the opposite of little was big, you nailed it. Very good. Those two words are very, very different. So now we've got the word push, and our two options here are pull and on. And you've got to decide which one of those words is the antonym or the opposite of the word push. And if you were thinking pull, ding, 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 you are correct. Very good. Well, that just leaves us one choice. So the opposite or antonym of the word off must be the word on. Pat yourself on the back and give yourself a round of applause if you got all those correct. Good for you. I'm so proud. What we're going to do next week is next week or the next time that we have a Mr. Mailbox meeting, we will actually compare antonyms and synonyms together. So we'll do some mixed practice the next time we do this. I'm going to go ahead and take that off the board because I know you've noticed that Adjective Girl is over to the side. The last time we had a morning meeting, you met Adjective Girl, and you found out that Adjective Girl has a very, very special relationship with her brother, Noun Boy, in that she helps describe his nouns. So I'm going to put a sentence up on the dry erase board quickly. And the sentence is going to say, I have a puppy. And I'll put puppy right here. Now, if you write that sentence and you remember to start it with a capital letter and end it with a period, good for you. You have good sentence mechanics. But when you read a sentence like that as a reader, you can't really make a visualization, not a really good visualization, because if someone says to you, I have a puppy, oh my goodness, I can think of 20 different pictures that can pop into my head. So when you use adjectives to describe your nouns, it helps your readers be able to visualize what you're talking about. So in this particular sentence, you've already guessed, the noun is puppy. Can anybody tell me why? Yeah, you're right, because a puppy is an animal, and an animal is a thing. But if we want to give a word to describe our puppy, we could do that, and we could use an adjective to describe the puppy. So here's some words that we could use that are adjectives that could describe the puppy. We could say, I have a brown puppy. And now our reader would know that we're talking about a puppy that is brown. Let's put another adjective in there. How about a, how about a playful puppy? Playful is an adjective because it describes the puppy. It tells me more about the puppy. When I read that sentence, I can picture a playful, happy little puppy jumping around and wanting some attention from someone. We could take that adjective away. We could change it to this. I have a hungry puppy. Then I can visualize a puppy who's kind of going, because he or she wants something to eat and they're ready for you to feed them. All right, so hungry is an adjective that describes the word puppy. All right, so let's do some practice. This time I'm going to let you practice all by yourself. I'm going to write a sentence. I want you to find the noun, and then I want you to see if you can find the adjective that describes the noun. My white pony likes apples. Period. All right, so let's start by finding the noun. There are a couple nouns in this sentence. There's the word apples, because apples are things. But there's also a noun right here, a pony, because a pony is an animal and an animal is a thing. So now ask yourself this question, what kind of pony is it? And if you said white, then you found the adjective. White is an adjective that describes the noun pony. Adjective girl, describing her brother's noun, pony. All right, let's try another one. The grass is green. The grass is green. All right, let's find the noun. You're looking for a person, a place, or a thing. Very good, grass. Grass is the noun. Now, ask yourself, what word in that sentence tells me something about the grass? What word in that sentence describes the grass and helps me make a picture in my head? If you said green, you're an adjective master. Very good. What kind of grass? Green grass. So green is the adjective that describes the grass. We have 6 kittens. All right, let's see if we can find, first of all, find your noun. Always find your noun first. Find the word in the sentence that tells about a person, a place, or a thing. Yes, you got it. Kittens. Kittens is your noun because kittens are animals and animals are things. Now, what word in that sentence tells me about the kittens? Might tell me how many kittens. It might tell me what color the kittens are, how big the kittens are. Very good. 6. 6 describes the kittens. How many kittens? 6. So 6 is your adjective. Let's do one more. One more sentence. I love my amazing students. Exclamation mark. I love my amazing students. Okay, step number 1, find the noun. That always makes finding the adjective easy. Very good, students. You, because you're people. Now, what kind of students are you? What word in this sentence describes my students or tells me more about my students? Yes, you said amazing and you are correct. This is the adjective and students is the noun that this adjective describes. Very good, very good. Well, it's just about time for Mr. Mailbox and me to say goodbye. I'm going to clean up my easel quickly and have a seat back in my chair. Before I go, I want to just remind you that I'll be FaceTiming you every week. So if you have forgotten what day, check your schedule that I emailed your parents, and I'll be calling you this week and I'll be seeing you. In the meantime, I want you to remember to read aloud to someone every day. Happy reading. Be well. I love you. See you soon.